Hi, um, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you're having a really good day. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about my plant teachers. um, these plants have taught me pretty much most of what I know about growing plants, and I wanted to share those lessons with you today. Um, so I think I'm going to start on my right, your left, with my spider plant. And she is not small. She's not small. She's got babies. She actually hangs out on a shelf and just kind of does her little planty thing. She's got a baby up here. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of small. But this is one of the first plants that I rescued, that I got. And she taught me that I can grow a plant. Before this plant, I had, to say limited success would be very kind. I didn't have a green thumb, but spider plants are really easy. And so yeah, she taught me that I can actually grow a plant. But there's a lot more to growing a plant than just putting it in a pot and watering it when you feel like it, right? So I actually went out of town for a little while, and I happened to have this Hoya here. This is, there's a lot of plants. This is a Hoya, I think she's a Gracilis, and she's just, she's beautiful, and she just trails down. Usually she's blooming for me, but I think she's having a little bit of a rest because she's been blooming kind of all year. But what happened with her was I went out of town for a lengthy time. I think it was about 3 weeks. And I came back and she had mealybugs. She was totally infested. And so she taught me the importance of pest control. And, I sprayed her down with neem oil and washed her off really good. And a couple days of that, and she's been fine ever since. I've never had a plant infested before. I have had the fungus gnat issue, and I'll talk to you about that probably in a different video. But she taught me the importance of pest control. Whatever methods you decide to use, you need to do it. So pest control. The third plant here, this is my red Congo, and you can see she is not loving life. She's improved, but I couldn't figure out what her problem was for the longest time. And then suddenly it occurred to me, humidity. Humidity is very important for a tropical plant. And so she is now living close to a bathroom, and that has definitely helped a lot with the humidity issue with my red Congo. You can see this latest leaf here. I wish I had taken a picture of it when it first came in, because it was red. It was really, really nice. And it's starting to lose that and go green now. But I suspect, yeah, I've got more leaves coming in. So I'll give you an update when she puts out another beautiful, beautiful leaf. The next plant that taught me a lesson is my Prince of Orange, which is not very orange. This one taught me actually 2 lessons. One lesson is that for these types of philodendron that change colors, sometimes they need a lot more light than you think. And this is one of those. This one's also very sensitive to temperature. It needs warmer than you would think, warmer than I thought. I don't know, maybe you already know that. And the third thing that this plant taught me is don't put it in too big of a pot. You can see, well, it's not a beautiful pot, is it? It's not a beautiful pot, but it's too big. And yes, it has very well draining chunky aeroid mix, but that's just not enough. for this plant to thrive. So I didn't change her into a smaller pot because I didn't want to put her through more shock. So I've just kind of been letting her do her thing, and she did put out, a new leaf, and it was very orange, so that's great. She's loving where I've moved her now, but really pay attention to your pot size because it does impact the plant, as well as the potting medium. This is a really sad story. This is a sad story. This plant, or what is left of it, this used to be a very beautiful, probably about half the size of my my spider plant, Micans. And I'll put this really close so you can kind of see. There's a tiny little leaf there. Tiny, tiny leaf. You can kind of see. And that's it. This is all that is left of a plant that was this big. And I couldn't figure out why she was dying. That was my first time dealing with fungus gnats. They literally ate up my Micans. I continue to care for her. We'll see what happens. I expect her to, I think she's gonna die, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. My Micans. And I love this plant, but apparently so do fungus gnats. So really keep on top of your pest control. Your plants will definitely thank you. The next plant I wanted to show you. This girl is such a diva. I mean, she is a diva. She's pretty. She's pretty. She's pretty. This plant is probably the most finicky plant in my entire collection. I'm sorry, I was just distracted. My little ornament here was falling. Yeah, this is probably the most finicky plant in my collection. The temperature has to be just right, and she does not have any tolerance for aberrations on watering, so she has to be watered very, very regularly. I mean, she is on a schedule. This is my toddler plant, and so she requires very, very consistent watering. She hasn't had any pest problems, which is nice, but temperature also really impacts her very strongly. If the temperature dips even, it feels like even just half a degree, she'll start getting not frostbite, but she'll start browning on me, and definitely letting me know that she's displeased. So this little diva here, beautiful plant, and if you can get the conditions right, it's fantastic. Maybe you have this plant and you have found it to be an easy grower. I would love to hear from you if that's the case, because it could be just mine. Sometimes individuals are a little more persnickety than others. So yeah, let me know. It's a great plant if you can get it right. And this is my purple sword alocasia. Show you. Oh, she's so cute. Look at that plant. I cannot believe how well she's growing. This plant taught me the benefit of a more hydroponic setup. Some plants really do well in that type of a setup. The self-watering pot is an absolute game changer. I cannot recommend this pot enough. So yeah, this one has taught me a lot about hydroponics or kind of hydroponic setup, and apparently I can grow alocasia if I get it right, if I get it dialed in. So there you have it. These are some of my biggest plant lessons, my plant teachers. At least the ones that survived, right? There's plenty that sadly I didn't learn the lesson in time, and they moved on. I don't know. For pets, we have the rainbow bridge. What do we have for plants? I don't know. I think they die. I don't know. But at any rate, thank you for being here, and I hope you have a super duper day. Bye.